Hello everybody, welcome back to the cabin, welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. This show is jam-packed. We've got announcements, we've got winners of money, cash money. We've got all kinds of crazy stuff going on. We've got a sale that I lost money, well I didn't lose money. I could have made a lot more money on. Got some shipping changes from the United States Postal Service that we need to talk about for just a second. We've got all kinds of great stuff and, well, I might save one of these for another show, but we got some great stuff. Let's take a look. I picked up a box of DVDs the other day, and WrestleMania DVDs and Simpsons DVDs. I don't even remember what I paid, but I knew it was a good deal. So I just bought the whole box. And I saw the WrestleMania ones, and you know, Simpsons usually go pretty good. They look like they're in good shape, a whole set. So the Ultimate Thrill Ride WrestleMania DVD. And I think this one went to a viewer, and I think it sold for 12 bucks. It did go to a viewer, went to Kevin. I think we had like 5 viewer sales today. Hello from Canada. Of all the reselling YouTubers out there, you are always my go-to. You hear that, Harry Tornado? You hear that? The goat. Dave. I've been a part-time flipper for 6 years and hope to go full-time one day. I specialize in DVDs and I've started branching out. He says that he cringes sometimes when I walk past some DVD titles. Yeah, I tell you what, you know, that's kind of a thing. See, you're an expert at DVDs, right? And that's one way to do things. Just niche down, specialize, get really good at it, and you can make a bunch of money. Or you can do it the opposite way. You just be, you know, a jack of all trades, a master of none, and be dangerous in a lot of categories, and you can make a lot of money. So, at any rate, thank you, Kevin. He says, what else? He says his eBay store is Kinky Cyborg Media. Kinky Cyborg. Media and more. Warm regards to you and your family, Kevin. Kevin, thank you. I hope you enjoy it. I picked this up at the Highway 301 sale down in North Carolina, and it was $1. And I'm like, you know, I'll grab it. I can't resist it. A lot of times, you know, these really aren't that worth that much money. They don't sell really quickly. It's the figures that go in them that sell, because you can find this a lot. It's a big item, you know, it's usually not lost. And that one sold for $11.90, that strawberry shortcake case, carrying case. And, you know, $1 into 12 plus shipping, not too bad. I was looking at my list to see if any of the items I sold today qualify for the change in USPS policy, and they don't, but we're going to talk about that in just a second. I am, however, super excited that these sold. You know me, man, I just love it. See, I hate selling shoes, and I got tubs and tubs of shoes, but it was such a good deal. I couldn't pass it up. This pair right here sold uncleaned. Didn't do much to them at all, although they're in pretty good shape, for $50 plus shipping. Y'all are going to see a mess in here today. This is Carrie American Arbitrage stuff, Lady Arbitrage Dawn. They're using my shed here as some storage until they can box more stuff up, send it back home to themselves. They've been thrifting across America. You can go check it out on American Arbitrage channel. And check that out. And then Carrie and Dawn, you better get back in here and get this stuff out of here, because I'm actually, you know what? I just might take a little rent, pick an item. Y'all see this? That's a Michael Jordan. That is a Space Jam blanket right there. I think I'll just take that for my storage fee. What do you think? Here is an item that I absolutely loved when I picked it up. I picked it up for $1 down in Gastonia on my way back from Prison to Profits convention, Dante's convention last year. Look at that unlimited tag right there. And I'm like, that thing's $1. That's going to sell for good money at Christmas time. And then it didn't. But it did this year, before Christmas. $30 on that guy right there, plus shipping. All right, this next one is the topic, one of the topics, many topics here today, and then we'll talk about the post office after this. This hat right here ended up being a mistake. We're going to make money on it, but it was a mistake. It was my mistake. So sometimes I bring items in here right after I pick them, and I'll divide them up into things that Blue Ridge Mama might list, which, by the way, she was in here today. I could tell. She looks like she's listed this Estee Lauder, and maybe started thinking about taking pictures of those, and the dolls are gone too, so that's good. At any rate, I love hats. And so a lot of times when I come across a good hat, I'll put it in a pile for me, because I'm going to, well, I tell myself anyways, I'm going to clean them. And I'm going to get top dollar for them. And this was a good candidate, except for I didn't do that. I think I put it in the wrong bucket. And I put it in the bin that Bubba's girlfriend usually works out of. And she usually takes pictures of things that are fairly easy and easy to list and not complicated, although she's getting better at it. So I'm giving her more difficult stuff from time to time. And then I I take most of the stuff because I still list a tremendous amount. And this would be something I would love to list because the way you list it, you can get bigger money. So it's got a couple issues. One is it needs clean to get top dollar, and I don't mind doing that with hats. So second issue would be the tag is gone. And so for me to do a little bit of research and really find the exact comp on this and get the tag, you know, get the type of hat and everything would be helpful. This is also a big spell out hat, and it's white, and it has the Mets right now, which are a hot team, hot sellers. And so this one probably should have been a $30 to $40 hat. And she just looked up similar comps that weren't quite the same, right? Doesn't have that big Mets, maybe not even a vintage hat, and she listed it for $10 plus shipping. It sold super, super fast because that one could sell for a lot more. Not her fault. That's exactly what I taught her to do. My fault for putting it in the wrong spot. All right, y'all, I got a lot of messages lately about the USPS hazardous materials requirements that are now in effect. It's really not that big of a deal, in my opinion. I know some people are fretting about it. I think it's because they were misinterpreting it a little bit. I got a couple of messages from people that clearly understood it, and they were just asking some questions. And then I got messages from people that clearly didn't understand it. They're like, can I not ship a DVD VCR combo anymore? What's going on? What can I do? I'm like, well, wait a minute. First of all, it says that they're just restricting the way that you ship lithium batteries on older electronic devices. So if you have new devices and they're already packed in the correct way, there's different rules. Let me just read a little bit to you. USPS announces changes to shipping hazardous materials. These changes limit the services that can be used when shipping pre-owned, damaged, or defective electronic devices with lithium batteries. So there's the key. So we're only dealing with things with lithium batteries in them, which limits them. You know, most of you know the type of device that would have a lithium battery. I'm not going to go through the list, but you can go check it out. Basically, it boils down to this. If you're shipping a used item that has a lithium battery in it, you need to go ground. So that's USPS, you know, parcel select or retail ground. Hopefully that explains it to those of you who were asking out there. And you know what? A lot of those items, well, some of those items would go that way anyways these days because priority mail is becoming less and less useful, even though it still is probably it's the number 2 way I ship items still. Hey, really quickly before I forget, I've got all kinds of stuff I'm trying to jam in today, and I just saw that and reminded me of the shirt I'm wearing right now, this White Lion shirt. Look at how nice that one is. White Lion, big game. That was one of my favorites growing up. Look at the hairdos, y'all. How cool is that? Oh, man. I liked Little Fighter. You know, I'm a little guy, so I liked that song growing up. At any rate, Jimmy Old School Flips brought that to me at the 127 sale. So, Jimmy, thank you so very much. I appreciate it. It is going to be framed like some of these here, and it's probably going to go in the new cabin. Speaking of the new cabin, that announcement is coming up. Well, announcement. I've got a couple announcements in regard to that coming up in just a second. But first, one more sale here, or 2 more sales maybe. Better Homes and Gardens 75th Anniversary Edition Cookbook. We're selling these cookbooks pretty quick. We put them out there for a good price because we bought them for $1 a piece. This one sold for $12.95 plus shipping. This one sold to Tammy. Enjoy your videos. Hi to the fam. Love the ceramic Christmas tree. Texas Vintage. Interesting. With a T, not Texas Vintage. Texas Vintage. New to resale. It's fun. Goal is to make it full-time. Thanks. Awesome, Tammy. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy it. Sold 4 things from the old school picker drawer. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this was the one thing I did not expect when I started a YouTube channel, for people to send me things to sell. And a viewer sent me these, bunches of them actually, which is really cool. So they're awesome. Mercury, Gemini, Apollo programs. And there's different ones of these. This one here happens to be probably the least desirable, but still selling pretty good here. Look at that. It's even got the stamp. 1972. Gotta love that. After the decade of achievement, of course. And I miss teaching that. Of course, the 60s and the space race and the Cold War, and just was awesome. I loved teaching that to young kids. So anyway, these are selling for $14 a piece plus shipping, I think. And selling pretty quick. Love these things. Well, let's talk about the shed for just a second. It is nearby. By the time you're watching this video, it might be here. Although maybe not. It just depends on when they can actually deliver it. I'm excited about it. It is going to be a process, though. We've decided we're going to invest quite a bit of money into it, both the exterior and the interior. I want a front porch. I just love that idea. I love having a covered area. It is a little bit of an expense, but I want it. Plus, Blue Ridge Mama likes it. Looks a little bit more aesthetically pleasing in her backyard, so I better keep her happy. And, you know, you guys, if you haven't been around a while, this book contains a lot of names of people who did buy me a coffee, buy me a piece of the shed, or bought an Enaman in order to contribute to the cause of having a new shed. And that one's going to have a separate purpose than this. But I like to make the environment where I work, I like to make it look nice. I like to be comfortable in it, and that's what we're going to do there. So we're going to take all the money you guys gave us, went to half of that shed, which is amazing, the cost of the shed. But then we're going to do the exterior work, the interior work, which is going to be really expensive. We're going to string electricity out there, and it's going to be quite a project. And so I've invested a lot of my own money into it, more than I'm willing to say, because then somebody tell Blue Ridge Mama how much I spent on it. But I am very happy to announce that a lot of that work is going to be, not all of it unfortunately, is going to be paid for by a sponsor. We have the first shed sponsor that is going to go out there. The ink hasn't dried on the contract yet, so I'm not going to announce who it is. We're actually trying to work a process where you guys get something out of it as well. Whenever we do that, I like there to be some kind of benefit for you folks, because you guys make all of this possible. We did that Rolo thing over on the Picker channel, and we wanted to negotiate a deal with Rolo and stuff like that for you guys to get a benefit from it. We didn't, but we're going to give away my old Rolo as a thank you. We've been doing all these meetups and paying, you know, Trash Cash Barbecue Bash. We're going to have Uncle Mark's garage sale. We're going to give that stuff away. Matter of fact, we got a winner today of some cash. It's not nearly as much that we can give back that you guys have given to us, but we're going to try. And that sponsor in there is going to do that as well, which is really cool. I'm super excited about it, and I hope you guys are too when you hear who it is. Some of you may be familiar with the name, some of you may not, but we'll talk about that in coming days because the ink has not dried on that contract. But I just wanted to give a preemptive thank you to everybody out there for making that possible, because so many of you watch this show. I could talk about it forever. Thank y'all forever. But you want to know what else sold? Let's take a look. You know, they sell different types of these right here, and these aren't going to work. It's not going to be big enough unless I doubled them up, but I don't really want to do that. So I have to figure out a way to, I don't know. We might be able to just cut out cardboard and put it in a bubble mailer. I think is probably what we'll do. But speaking of shipping, just wanted to give a giant thank you to Jason, who got plans for the Commonwealth Picker shipping table over on CommonwealthPicker.com. And look at this. I said there was nothing relevant towards the lithium-ion thing. Check this out. And this is what I sold. I wasn't even paying attention. So this one right here sold for $22. I think that's right. Yep, that's right. $22 for that one. We got that down in Appomattox from Rich, the auctioneer. Sold one of our Enaman right here, the originals. Of course, the other ones are over on CommonwealthPicker.com. Much more cost-effective on CommonwealthPicker.com. Sometimes these auctions can go for quite a bit, and this is one of the ways we raise money to get that shit. So, by the way, we are going to give a thank you to all those people who gave money in some way, shape, or form, including Brandon here. We're going to put a little sign up in there, something. We're going to write out all the names and get it all in there. Be like mice type, but it'll be up there. So, thank you so much. I am glad I had the chance to win this. Me and my wife love watching your show every night. Keep up the good work and sharing your knowledge. Brandon, thank you so much, and I hope he gets things moving for you. Some of you might be looking at this money the whole time, or this book right here, or these. Looks like we had a lot of visitors in here, like I said. Carrie and Dawn, my wife, was in here. Looks like maybe from the packaging, Bubba was in here as well doing some packaging. And I might hear Turner outside too. And maybe even Bub's girlfriend, I'm not sure. But my dad was in here, clearly. He must have gone to garage sales this last week and brought some things over. He found that Mulberry Street book, the one you can't sell on eBay. And I don't know how I'm going to sell it this time. Last time I think I sold it on Instagram. So let me go over to Instagram if you're in need of one of these right here. And hit me up over there. And then this is a Japanese set. And I think he said he paid $1 for when I talked to him earlier today. So anyway, that's what that is. This is actually somebody who donated by buying things from CommonwealthPicker.com to Turner's baseball team. And they won the raffle, and we're going to announce that in just a minute when Turner comes in here. All right, Turner, you sold something right there. What did you sell right there?
A DS case.
It is a Nintendo DS case right there. That's pretty cool. And that one's in great shape. I think I picked that up for $1, and I didn't even know. I'm like, I don't know how much it's going to go for, but it had the towel little thing in there, the cleaner, had the stylus with the, like the mushroom on the end of it or something. I can't remember. It was a pretty darn good deal. So we picked it up, and guess how much we sold that for? What do you think?
$20.
$22 plus shipping on that. So we made a decent little profit on something simple like that, which is awesome. And you know what? That's definitely enough for you to do what?
$7, spend $1, and donate $1.
All right, but we're not going to end it right there. You got some other announcement right here really quick. Check this out. The raffle. And actually, we had written my name on every one, but we also put the name on the back side so people didn't think we were crazy, of one of the people who bought the items from us. And it was like, I bought a ton of these tickets, y'all. I mean, I bought like 90 of them. But there was 34 people who bought something from you in that stretch of time, Turner, that entered that raffle. And one of them won out of that giant bucket full of stuff. And you're going to tell them who the name was. Can you tell me the name?
Ashley.
It was Ashley. And that was spelled E-I-G-H, I think. So, Ashley, if you bought something from CommonwealthPicker.com in the last 2 weeks, send me a message on Instagram or an email at CommonwealthPicker@gmail.com, and we'll find a way to get you your money. So, thank you, bud. And would you tell Ashley thank you?
Thank you, Ashley.
And everybody else who bought something out of the store, too. Say thank you to everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
All right, bud.
Bye.
Sold 2 NWO stickers. Getting low on those, but I have some news on that front. I hope, since I was in 127 sale last week, and saw my buddy who bought these, or who I bought these off of last year, so I'm trying to work a deal on getting some more, but total right here, $19.90, because somebody bought 2, which really makes it worth it, so pretty cool. Going right back over here for some magnets, or a magnet, so $8.99 free shipping. I think this is a viewer, James, so James, thank you so much, I appreciate it. All right, Carrie, I just want you to know I have to move all that stuff because I haven't sold a record in forever, and the records are right behind all that stuff. So I blame you for this. It's Murphy's Law, right? All right, this one's a strange one here. Box of Frogs, Strange Land. I don't know anything about that. Somebody's going to have to tell me in the comments. Any rate, that one right there. I usually try not to list records unless I can get $10 or more, just because it's really not worth it, and that's saying something for me. But you know what? This sold for $9.50, and I'm happy somebody's got it. But back over here to this mess. So now I had to dig through that stuff. I get to take. I'm going to take that Jordan blanket. Now I get to choose something else, and there's 3 things that caught my eye. Check this out, y'all. That is cool. Carrie, I want that. And I used to live in Eugene, Oregon. Well, kind of, sort of, in the summertime. So my parents lived there. I went back during college years. And that Chiefs hat, how cool is that right there? Love that stuff. This must be to a viewer here, and I'm sure there is when I check for a message in a second. The Z28 keychain, which we're down to 3, and also an NWO sticker. Has to be a viewer, right? For sure. So those are 2 top items that go to viewers often right there. Love it. And now I remember, I got a message from you on a different platform, I think. In addition to full-time jobs with a nonprofit organization and running my own high school sports photography business, I've been flipping on eBay on the side and making extra money for over 10 years. Had to stop for a second for reading this thing. It ramped up the flipping during the pandemic when my wife also was diagnosed with stage 4 metastatic melanoma. I started following you, Picker and Flipper channels, and a handful of other Flipper YouTube friends of yours. Thank you for your knowledge. It's making me a much better Picker and Flipper. David, thank you. And there was no message there of your wife's condition now and any information there. Just go ahead and share it with me on Instagram if you would. I wouldn't mind hearing an update on that and seeing how things are going for y'all. So anyway, thank you very much for the support. I appreciate it. Sold some E.T. Gertie earrings right there. Love those. $7 plus shipping. Shout out to Ivan. Sold another cookbook, another Better Homes and Gardens. This one for $10 plus shipping. I believe, well, I don't know which one it was now, because they look the same to me. I'll have to figure out one of these 2. I'll have to go check it out. I'm going to guess. $10 plus shipping. This one looks like it's in a little worse shape. I'm going to go with this one. Plus, it's got all kinds of stuff in it. We'll see. Just realized that cookbook was bought, and then these 2 items right here were bought by a viewer as well. So it's like aid sale. Crazy amount of viewer sales today. So thank you. Like 40% of the items that sold that are headed out of here today. And I can't even find, oh, you know what? I know what it is. This one right here, Duke Blue Devils Shoney one. I bought that at the 301. And then the Guy Harvey hat right there. Total $33, and the cookbook $43 plus shipping. Of course, this is going to go separate than these two because of medium mail, but that one right there, these total $43 plus shipping. They all went to Sandy. Sandy, thank you for always being so supportive. And you just look at this, and 40% of this stuff headed out of here today, and we have so much, y'all. This is, I could actually ship, I could do 3 videos today if I wanted to. There are 54 items that could go out of here today. And they're not going to all go out of here today because I can't do that many, but these are the ones we picked for today. And just an overwhelming amount of viewer support. You know, I used to say it was 10%, and I said it's 15%, and I said it's 20%. And I'll tell you, there are days where it's over 25%. And I know that gets a lot of people riled up, but, you know, more and more people watch this show and they buy things. You know, all this stuff I buy, it would eventually sell. It just wouldn't sell as quickly as it does, but that's not lost on me. I just want to say thank you for all the support out there. I really do appreciate it. Speaking of sponsors, we need a sponsor for the eBay cave. We don't do very much in here, and we're not doing much in here today. Although, if you're new to the show, this is where it all started, selling like 20 Intamin a day so people could get their eBay stores moving. It was a crazy phenomenon. Still, if I put all those out there today, they would all sell like crazy, but we do those auctions. Although you can get those over on CommonwealthPicker.com. This is the only sale we have in here. Petra Back to Rock. Bought this at the 127 last year. I knew they would be slow sellers because of the sizes. You got to really look at the sizes. Plus, this isn't a vintage one. If this was a true vintage Petra shirt, it would go for a lot of money. $70, $80, $100, maybe more. But it's not Christian. See, it's a Christian rock band, Petra. Some of you may be familiar with it. And this is like a reunion tour they did in the 2000s, so it's not even vintage. But, you know, size small, pretty tough seller. But you know what? I'm the only one who has these out there. $20 I got for this. I paid 50 cents and I bought tons of them. And we've sold a good bit. Probably still have 2/3 of them left. But, you know, still, you're going to make a lot of money over time. We'll make $400 or $500 on that deal. Hey, we got Reagan with some CommonwealthPicker.com sales. What do you got?
We got Tony, Matthew, Debbie, Terry, James, and Steven. And they got a little bit of everything. We got an Animal Man. We get things moving. We get things moving. Stickers, yellow shirts.
Yeah, all kinds of stickers and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, very good.
Yep.
And do you hear the cat at the door?
Yep, it's probably Pepper.
No doubt, it's Pepper. All right, there you go. Following Reagan in here, of course. Hey, do you know that Steven right there on that list? Do you know he's your second cousin?
Nope.
He's my cousin. And he just said that they love watching us, and that's very cool, Steven. So appreciate it. I haven't talked to him in a long time. Maybe we can catch up soon.
Yep.
Very, very cool that he and his family like watching us. That's really cool. Yeah. He should have just sent me a message because I probably would have given him a free one. I shouldn't say that, though. I got lots of cousins. I go broke.
Yeah.
We'd give one to Mumsy, though,
yeah,
before she passed away. So Mumsy is his grandma, too, just like she was my grandma. Pretty cool.
Yep.
All right, we got lots of sales coming up, too.
Yeah,
Pepper's going to have some treats coming up in just a second, I have a feeling. All right, baby, thank you.
Bye, and don't forget to get your sticker at CommonwealthPicker.com.
Oh, and I forgot, Tony met us at the Trash to Cash Barbecue Bash, and he left that in the messages. Thanks, Tony. Hey, really quick thank you to my reseller, Genie.com. We really appreciate your support. They're one of the sponsors. I'll mention the others here coming up of Uncle Mark's Garage Sale. And the free food and stuff we're giving away on September 17th. That information is going to be on GarageSaleNation. Actually, it's going to be on the Garage Sale Nation Facebook group. You can go over there and check that out. And if you ever need my reseller, Genie, they are an amazing company started by a great couple of resellers. So this is bookkeeping help designed for the reseller, which is a one-of-a-kind product, which is really, really awesome. You can use code Commonwealth. Check them out, myresellergenie.com. Give you 15% off if you use that, and they're sponsoring that event down there, and we'll thank some other sponsors too. Thank you all for joining us today, and I can't wait to see you next time. I just want to point out, No Name, that you only come in here to visit when Blue Ridge Mama's in here. She only visits you. Look at all that shipping I did.
Just call him
Man. He. Sorry.